What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome to Reverse 1999. This is a brand new, check this out, 20th century time travel strategic RPG. So the general overview of where this game takes place is that it actually takes place in an alternative Earth. So you're actually going to see things that you recognize from the real world in this game. Like there's one part of the game where the characters are talking about Hoover vacuum cleaners, right? So that's something that you don't normally see in these games, right? And the people that make up this world are going to be obviously regular humans, but also spellcasters, and both of these groups coexist together. But of course you can't have complete harmony because something, no spoilers, something catastrophic happens on the very last day of 1999, and this is where the flow of time becomes unraveled, starts flowing backwards, and then you have this phenomenon called the storm. And this is where the players are introduced to Vertin, a timekeeper that's actually immune to the effects of the storm, and of course you're going to follow Vertin's adventure as you try to find out about the truth about the year 1999 and of course the storm itself. And as you try to unravel this mysterious storm, you're going to see locations set throughout the 20th century, right? So it's not just 1999, you're going to see different eras throughout history, including the 1920s, you know, what was going on inside America during the Prohibition era, the swinging 20s, you're even going to go to Britain, dude, it's not just America. And all presented, as you guys can clearly see, a really striking art style. I have to say, the number one word that comes to my mind when I see the aesthetic of this game is just that this game is just so slick looking. Slick FG, hey man, that's all I got. And those visuals are accompanied by fully voice acted English speakers from different backgrounds and dialects. So that way when you're going through these different eras, you might even recognize some of these regional accents and dialects to kind of bring the world to life even further. All right, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the game. Now, the very first thing you're seeing here is an apple. Now you're like, wait a minute, isn't that normally in these games where you put your favorite character to kind of highlight them? Well, yes, because Apple is actually a character.
Waffle! Ugh. Please don't misunderstand me. It's just a little admonition for this Apple himself. Haven't the posts on this forum been checked?
So you're gonna see a lot of very interesting character designs here in Reverse 1999. I'll go through a few of the characters I've collected thus far, and of course, we will do a summon a little bit later in the video as well. They also have different costumes, so we'll go through pretty much everything that I have here. So this costume here looks like it's going to be obtained via an event. You do love that, but also something that we love to see in these types of games is being able to get different types of looks and costumes as you upgrade your characters, right? So even the Apple gets an updated costume here as you unlock Insight 2, which is basically, think of it like an awakening, right? As you accrue these in-game materials, you can increase your insight level, which of course will unlock that different look and of course more stats as well. Next character I have over here is a quintessential archer and a literal Girl Scout, straight up an actual Girl Scout. Once again, do keep in mind that this game does take place with an alternative Earth, but a lot of things that you know from Earth are going to be represented in this game. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into combat. This is a stamina-based RPG, so it does cost me 10 stamina to start this stage. It does have an elemental weakness system as well. So you have beast, plant, star, mineral, and then of course you have spirit and intelligence. Very reminiscent to most elemental systems that you've seen in most games. In combat, you have 3 primary units and 1 assist unit that will assist you if one of your main units falls.
May the peace be with us.
All right, so to show off the combat system, we're gonna go ahead and fight Wand Lady. So we can see right now, she has these 2 swords above her head. This basically tells me what she's gonna be doing next turn. In this instance, she's going to be attacking me. Some other times she might be healing herself, buffing herself, debuffing, etc., etc. So we have our 3 units over here, and we have the Apple right here waiting to jump in at any time. So I have 3 actions that I can do per turn total, right? So the first thing that I want to do, I wanna go ahead and cast this buff card. This buff is gonna increase the damage I deal by 15%. And reduce the damage I take by 15% for all of my allies. In addition to that, we're also going to get 10% penetration for the caster this last 2 rounds. So we'll start off with this. So next up, I can do a couple of different things here, right? I already buffed myself, so I am going to do more damage. So if I want, I can just simply do more DPS, but I want to do something a little bit more fancy, right? So we'll start off with the buff. That's going to make me do more damage and make me take less damage. And since I know the boss is about to attack me due to these icons here, what what I can actually do is make sure that I take even less damage if I'm lucky, right? So I have 2 attack cards here that are exactly the same. Now, if I slide these cards next to each other, I can combine them to make them stronger, and in some circumstances, I can get a totally different effect completely. Now, before we combine them, this card at 1 star basically just deals 200 reality damage. But when I combine it with a duplicate of the same exact card at the same exact star level, they combine together, and now it's a debuff ability that still deals that 200% reality damage, but it also inflicts disarm for 1 turn, which will prevent the boss from hitting me if I'm lucky. Now, do keep in mind, as you slide cards around to combine them, it does take one of your actions for that round, right? So my first action is buffing, my second action is moving, and now my third action is going to be debuff attacking. So let's see if we can actually make this happen, because this character is kind of a boss. Like literally a boss, not kind of a boss. So let's see, yes. So we just disarm, and you see that both of those turned into little X's, and now the boss didn't even attack me that round. All right, so let's keep going, shall we? So like we talked about a little bit earlier, this game does have elemental advantages and disadvantages. So let's take advantage of my advantage. So you can see here, these cards say stronger. This lets me know at a glance that these cards are gonna do more damage to this encounter. And we actually have a pretty good setup here of stronger attack cards. Watch what me do, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this card over here. That's gonna combine both of those together, making it a 2-star. That's gonna use one of my move actions there. We'll go ahead and put this up as our second action. Those 2 cards combine together automatically without moving them because they were right next to each other. And then we're gonna make that our third action, doing pretty good amount of damage here for our second round.
No need to look back. Advice from the forest.
Enemy attack!
All right, so we just got a status effect called Petrify, exactly what you think it is, right? So since she is stone, she can't actually act with any of her cards, but we should be okay, because now I have 2 characters that have enough moxie to cast their ultimates. So the more you use a character's cards, the more you slide them around, combine them, you build up your moxie faster and faster. Once it's maxed out, you can then use your ultimate. So what we're gonna do in this round, we're gonna go ahead and do a buff, so that way we're doing more damage. I'm gonna go ahead and debuff the boss so I don't have to worry about her attacking me next round. And then here, you know, let's go ahead and do our first ultimate here, and we'll actually go ahead and turn this bad boy on ×2 speed as well, so you can kind of get a feel for what the gameplay is gonna feel like when you're actually playing. So now the boss is gonna be switching it up here, right? So she's gonna debuff me and cast her ultimate, because now she has a full moxie bar. So let's see if we can't try to mitigate a little bit of this. Now, as much as I want to see the boss's ultimate for the sake of the YouTube, I'm going to be trying to mitigate as much damage as possible by using the power of the Timekeeper. Now, this is going to look very reminiscent to like summoner skills in other games, right? So as you're going through combat, you're going to build up these Timekeeper points that you can then use to cast spells to help your characters. So this is going to kind of help you mitigate and manage some of the RNG that you have as you're drawing random cards, right? So what I'm going to do, this costs 40, but this is going to allow me to basically have a free dupe card, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and dupe that attack card there. Remember, that's a debuff. So now we'll go ahead and debuff the boss once again, preventing them from attacking me, hopefully. We're gonna follow that up with an ultimate. This ultimate is more effective if you have any types of buffs on your characters, which I have plenty of. And then from there, we'll just go ahead and do an arrow attack. How about that?
Sempre caro mi tu quest'ergo gole. Each moment, now night.
Dude, I couldn't disarm her ultimate. All right, well, for the sake of the YouTube.
The gown with thorns. You shall repay with sacrifice of wounds. Penetrate.
So we have 2 characters here that are petrified. Not the best, but let's see if once again we can call in an audible from the Timekeeper here. Oh, that was actually not bad. Not bad at all. So at the stage of the game I am right now, I have two different options for my timekeeper skill. I can, as you guys saw, I can basically make my own duplicate card, or I can basically mulligan my hand. If I'm ever in a situation where I literally have nothing I can do, we're good to go. So let's do it this way, right? We'll go ahead and start off with this attack here. We'll move these two together, combine them, and then that will be our second attack.
Frost you with the armor of the forest.
It's alright.
Frost you with the armor of the forest.
It's alright.
All right, so we're in that same situation again. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get lucky to get some cards that are actually strong. Yes, we did. Okay, so check this out. We're just gonna go all out. All stronger attacks.
Right, shiny arrows! Monkey blade! Did I meet your expectations?
And there you go, that is combat here in the world of Reverse 1999. And of course, you can expect plenty more combat story as you go through the campaign. Right now, currently, I have In Our Time completed. The next chapter is called Tender is the Night, and there are 2 more chapters here waiting to be unlocked. Outside of that, what type of game would be complete without a good old-fashioned daily resource grind and a home-based island with some good old-fashioned idle aspects here as well? So let's go ahead and end the video off as we always do with a nice little summon session. Now currently here in the beta, there is a guaranteed 6-star after a 30 summons banner, the first drop of rain. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. And dude, I gotta tell you, this is one really stylish summon animation. Check this out, dude. You know I love summon animations that I can play with, you know what I'm saying? What'd you say, FG? Chill out, man. Sponsor video.
Здравствуйте.
Congratulations! You are about to unveil the truth of this world.
Excuse me, is this the way to the audition?
Have you heard that story? A magical golden lamp.
Hello, world.
Alright, ready to welcome me.
Hi, I'm Sputnik 1's twin sister.
So those are some really interesting characters, right? I don't think we've ever really seen characters that look like this in a gacha game. Let's continue doing some more summons here, rapid fire style. And then at the end, well, this should be the one right here, right? This should be the one with the guarantee. And there she is, or they are. So let's go ahead and open all. So here is the guaranteed 6-star.
As long as you watch my flight once, you will never forget my name.
So here's our guaranteed 6-star character. She does have an additional outfit here at Insight 2, which you love to see. And let's get some more close-up of some of these other characters. This guy's name is Click. Awesome, there goes Charlie, Baby Blue, the Poltergeist. Oh, a Sin Waifu! Well, don't mind if I do. So, easy to level up. You do have an EXP currency here. Very straightforward. You also use gold to do that. That is a done deal. Like we talked about a little bit earlier in the video, as you accrue these in-game resources, this is going to increase your insight level. The portrait system is where your duplicates are used. This is going to increase your stats, your passives, your actives, etc. And in the future, you have a system called Resonate that you can find out what that is yourself in the future. You know what I'm saying? I can't be telling you everything. So that will do it, my friends. A nice little look at Reverse 1999. Dude, where's my Sin Waifu? Why is she standing up? So that is it. I am out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.